BroncBuzz begins now.
Welcome to this week's edition of the BroncBuzz. I'm Monica Switlick.
And I'm Dan Marley.
We have a lot to discuss today, so let's get started. Here's Fatima Hayward with the news buzz.
Right now, the buzz around campus is that students are unhappy with the parking situation this winter. The recent snowstorms have created limited parking on campus, increasing the presence of potholes. Our news team has more on the situation.
Over the past few weeks, New Jersey has faced severe winter snowstorms. I've decided to investigate how public safety and facilities have been dealing with the impact this winter season has had on Radnor University.
Typically, when we know there's a storm of significance coming, we come in at the onset of the storm. We have ample equipment, we have a very good protocol.
We work very closely with facilities. We've got a great working relationship. When they're out there plowing, we're trying to do our part to make sure that they have safe passageways as they're trying to clear the roadways.
I think in most instances, our roadways and walkways are better than those in most communities. We've plowed snow when it's been coming down sideways in blizzard conditions. The sight lines get marred because of that. We have to be cognizant of the cars that are in the parking lot.
If it were feasible, facilities could coordinate with students to have them move their cars the day before heavy snowfall in order to prevent getting plowed in.
It's very difficult to do that with the volume of cars that we have and the available of spaces that are called swing spaces, where you can move a set of cars into available spaces. It's probably not feasible to do that because getting in touch with everyone, having them move their cars by a certain time and then move back is a logistical nightmare. However, facilities has a program where you bring your ID to the facilities office with public safety and you can get a shovel to dig yourself out.
If facilities clears the roadways and they can't get too close up to the vehicles, we certainly make those shovels available for our community members, faculty, staff, and students to borrow.
If for some reason you get stuck, you can call facilities and they will help push you out. Some of the other impediments that we've come across this year because of the amount of snow that we've gotten, we had a very difficult time getting sand and salt for treating the roadways because it was such in high demand in the Northeast that the municipalities were getting it before us. And so we were actually making our own mix for a while until we could get and replenish our stock.
While salting the roads takes care of the ice, it creates an even bigger problem: potholes.
We have a new method of doing pothole repair. We're very excited about it. We are now using a torch and a method where we take our leaf blowers and we blow the debris and the water out of the pothole and we heat up the asphalt with a torch. And then we put this synthetic blend in that melts into the pothole that we've heated up, and then we roll over it and compact it. So this new method that we're doing has been very beneficial for us in this last week to be able to tackle the potholes. We've filled close to 100 potholes on campus.
Mother Nature certainly has had more than a few tricks up her sleeve during this winter. Luckily, it seems like facilities management and public safety have the resources to fight back. Corey O'Neill, BroncBuzz.
The world has its eyes on North Korea as the United Nations uncovers suspected human rights violations within its borders. For more, here's Jake Tuff with World News Buzz with insights from political science professor and writer visiting Fulbright scholar Dr. Hung Soon Sim.
The United Nations issued a report acknowledging that North Korea has been violating the human rights of its people. Yet Korean leader Kim Jong-un denied the accounts in the report. South Korean professor Hwang Soo-sim suggests there will be more intervention.
The United Nations has done already a lot against the North Korean regime in the past. But I think as more people get to know about these facts and aware of the atrocities and crimes against all these humanities, and so there will be more intervention. There will be an international consensus to intervene in these matters, but yet, what can you do?
North Korea said that the report was, quote, peppered with sheer lies and fabrications deliberately cooked up by hostile forces and riffraffs. Prisoner anecdotes parallel to the UN report, citing incidents of forced abortions, the drowning of newborns, and systematic tortures, all to oppress political opposition.
You name it, if they are wrong thinkers, which means if they are anti-communist or pro-capitalist, they're the ones. If they are opposed to the regime, then they are the ones.
North Korea citizens who express any opposition would be taken from their homes and their families to these hard camps.
If you happen to be the families of those politically incorrect in North Korea, they're the targets, and they will be sent to these political prisons in North Korea.
Few survivors have come forth with personal accounts, but the communist country has kept them to a minimum.
Guys up at the top in North Korea had been very successful suppressing any kind of leaks. I'm not sure if you have read this Escape from Camp 14. This gentleman here he's about 30-something, 32 or 33, and he was born in one of the political camps. So he didn't know outside world, but yet he was so hungry and so tortured psychologically that one day he thought that he was too hungry to remain in the camp, and he wanted to eat some meat, so he escaped. Of course, was an odyssey for him, and he came to the United States, I believe. But he tells a real story about these political camps.
I'm Jake Tuff, Rider University Network.
Jason Collins made history this week by being the first openly gay athlete in the NBA. For more, here's the Sports Buzz.
Over the past decade, gender identity and sexual orientation have been the subject and theme in a large cultural push to increase rights and public acceptance for those in the LGBT community. On February 23rd, veteran NBA player Jason Collins became a part of that revolutionary history by being the first openly gay player to play in the NBA, when he stepped onto the court as the center for the Brooklyn Nets. Prior to that, he was featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated and even got a chance to do a sit-down interview with Oprah alongside members of his family.
So how did he tell you?
He sat me down on a couch and said, "Hey, Jaron, I got to talk to you." And what he had to say is, it was very matter of fact. He said, "Jaron, I'm gay."
So I was pretty excited Jason Collins decided to come out of the closet, but honestly, because he had played in the NBA for about a dozen or so years beforehand, it really was not a big deal to me because he was an integral part of a bunch of teams when he was playing in the NBA.
I think he's smart coming out. I think it's good that he was being honest with everyone, and it just shows the type of person that he is, that he's still going to be a great player, no matter whether he's gay, straight, or, whatever.
To give further perspective on Jason Collins' decision to come out, we sat down with former longtime NBA player and current assistant coach for the Rider men's basketball team, Danielle Marshall.
When I was in Utah, I played with John Amici, who wasn't the first openly gay player, but, he came out as being the player that was gay after he came, when he was done playing. And it was a lot of speculation when we were on the team, and he never did anything to make us feel uncomfortable. And he came and did his job every day. People want to support people who come out and be positive role models. I'm sure the gay community is coming out and helping him.
Without question, there has been a massive outcry of support for Collins in the gay community. But as recently as last week, his NBA jersey remains one of the highest selling in the league, proving that embrace and appreciation from the public and the NBA fan base is felt just as strongly.
Shows that a lot of people are embracing it, and that's something that we need. We need a lot of people to accept this, and it doesn't have to do with what he does on the court. And at the same time, as long as he's producing for his team, that's all that matters at the end of the day.
It shows that fans really support him and everything that he's going through right now. It says that he's a great player, a great person, and people really respect his decision.
Him coming out, I think, speaks volumes for him, his family, and he's doing the right thing. It shows the goodness of people. Not everybody out there is bad. There's a lot of good in this world, and people coming out supporting him is only making it better, not only for him, but for younger people who struggle with coming out because they think that somebody's going to, reject them or perceive them in a certain way. So, for him to come out and be a positive role model, that's fine. Who cares? Because, them guys, they know they know what they want, and that's just to play basketball.
Many believe Collins coming out of the closet shows not only who he is as a person, but his trailblazing and uplifting character as well. Quoted in a recent interview saying, "My message to other athletes and people is, be true and authentic to yourself and never be afraid or ashamed of who you are." Reporting for Rider University Network, Kelly Roberts.
Before you go out, would you like to know if your outfit is in or so last season? Our Entertainment Buzz talks about the hottest trends of the spring.
Hi, I'm Giselle Tavares. And I'm Jana Jefferson, and we're giving you the latest on spring 2014 fashion. A trend that came back with full force the past year was leather, but sadly this is the first thing you should eradicate from your wardrobe this season if you have it in bulk. A full leather ensemble a la Rihanna at the listening party for her album Unapologetic was truly unforgivable. Guys, you aren't safe from this trend either. Take a look at Wiz Khalifa at the Billboard Awards in 2011, long before this trend began. Not only is he mixing two different types of leather, he just looks visibly uncomfortable. Just say no to leather dresses, leather skirts, and definitely leather pants and leggings. What can work are leather skater skirts, available in all different colors. Black isn't the only leather you can wear. The leather trend really works if you're pairing with a different type of material, such as jeans or cotton. Simplicity is key.
This is for all the ladies out there. Please ditch the stiletto nails this year. For those who don't know, stiletto nails are a trend that made waves last year among females. They're sharp and pointy nails, and truth be told, they don't really make the cut. Not only do they resemble rodent claws, but they probably make day-to-day activities even more difficult. Forget trying to open a can of soda or even putting in your contacts. Personally, I think that it looks like you haven't cared to cut your nails with this trend, and that's not a good look. Here's Lana Del Rey sporting a red hue on her claws, and here's Rihanna, a double offender on this list. To save yourself from explaining your nails to your friends, keep them short and sweet.
Luckily, there are a lot of in colors for short, clean, simple nails. Pastels are all the rage, whether it's light pink, light blues, greens, peach, and a nice cream color. Here's Victoria Justice with a beautiful hot pink dress rocking light blue, turquoise, pastel nail colors. And here we have Amy Adams with a beautiful red dress and Eva Longoria-inspired L'Oreal Paris Eva's nude nails. They're super cute and subtle nails.
One last thing to say goodbye to this season is cutouts. This trend could go from tastefully done to trashy with one slit of the fabric. They shouldn't be so big that nothing is left to the imagination. We understand you have an amazing body, Sierra, but it still looks amazing covered up. Go for a dress with cutouts near the waist or ribs instead, and if you must go near the bust line, don't overdo it.
If you're not into the cutout look, which may be in your best interest, cropped is the way to go. Whether it's a night out or a trip to the coffee shop, cropped shirts are always in. Here's Selena Gomez wearing a cropped shirt with a fun, flowy skirt. Super fun and super classy. Not too much skin, but why hide it all? Other trends to keep in mind can be stripes. Horizontal stripes are super cute and definitely in the season. Whether it's a horizontal black and white shirt or dress, a touch of red lipstick, or even a red bag would definitely make the outfit pop. Now that we've given you some spring outfit choices, here's a way to spice it up with some accessories from Ashley.
Whether it's an adorable Michael Kors handbag or a fierce pair of Tom Ford sunglasses, you can make any outfit pop with just the right accessories. With the black and white stripe look, you can always add a sunny yellow clutch purse to give the outfit a flash of bold color. Adding some blue is also a nice touch and is a little more mellow for those of you who aren't bright color fans. Big cuff bracelets are also in this season and can give you that extra something when going out on the town. A stylish double ring is also a nice touch when trying to show off just a little bit more than usual. The right hairdo or hair color can make or break just about any outfit. One popular trend of 2014 is going with a funky hair color to turn heads in your direction. As we've seen with Kelly Osbourne and Katy Perry, purple hair has been made into a dramatic fashion statement. One hair color I wouldn't suggest is going with Nicki Minaj's Shamrock Green Nightmare. Maybe this obnoxious hair worked for her lifestyle, but it probably isn't going to work for yours. A fiery red hairdo can also be seen amongst many celebrities and gives you an outstanding, unique look, more so than your average blonde or brown. If you're going casual or formal, there are literally an endless supply of accessories that could complete just about anyone's style.
Want some great food and an amazing atmosphere for less than a pot of gold? Dirty Napkins, take us down to Killarney's Public House.
Welcome to this week's Dirty Napkins St. Patrick's Day special, featuring one of Mercer County, New Jersey's Irish strongholds, Killarney's Public House.
We have great drink specials. We have drink specials every day.
We get a lot of a younger crowd during the night, during the weekend.
We get asses to elbows. You can't move around in here, it's that busy.
Located on 1644 Whitehorse Mercerville Road, Killarney's offers patrons a wide variety of food and beverages at an affordable price.
You can get anything from a burger here to prime rib dinner.
If you're coming for like strictly dinner, I'd recommend like our basics like shepherd's pie.
We have a new cook named Post. He goes by Post, but he invents all these new sauces and desserts he just came up with. The Jameson apple spring rolls, delicious, decadent.
The happy hour from 3 to 7, and then every night from 7 to close we have a drink special.
Golden shower is a favorite shot here. That's our own. And then everyone gets picklebacks. We do a lot of fireball shots.
What sets Killarney's apart from the other bars around here is we have 22 different beers on tap. And we rotate 6 craft beers weekly. So it might be one new beer today, and then tomorrow that beer is gone and there's a new beer on.
Saturday evening always sparks a night to remember through the excitement of youthful guests and college students.
The TCNJ kids come here, Ryder, Mercer, obviously.
We have a DJ every Saturday night, which I think draws a lot of younger crowd.
His name is Jimmy G, Jimmy Jambrone. Real nice kid. He gets the crowd going, makes the place live, really does.
With our gaps and spaces that we have, people are just like jumping around, so it makes it difficult for us to serve drinks, but
now with St. Patrick's Day right around the corner, the popular restaurant and pub is preparing to live up to the high standards they set every year.
we have everyone that works in the restaurant works that day. Every single person's on staff. Our patio will be open for that, and we'll have a bar outside for drinks in and out, and servers outside also.
We have 2 satellite bars set up. Everyone's getting drinks. Everyone's having a good time. And this year we have the patio, which is going to offset everything else. So I can't really say for sure what's going to be like inside and outside this year.
With Killarney's Public House now working on its 6th year of business, locals can truly say they have struck the luck of the Irish.
We would like to thank everyone for tuning into this week's edition of the BroncBuzz. Check back with us next week for the latest in Ryder news and more.
We'll see you next time.